Hello everyone, this evening we are at the Gabba. You join us for this T20 match between Australia and India. I'm Mike Atherton, and next to me...
That's the obvious decision, winning the toss and batting first. And sometimes the obvious decision is just the right decision.
Right, so we're ready to get underway. Always something special about that first delivery.
Yes.
It can really set the tone for the match.
Immediately underway with some runs.
That's right out of the middle of the bat.
That was a massive shot, middled, and it flew over the boundary. Brilliant stuff.
Finch, I don't think, will be too happy with their bowler at the moment. Edged. Now then, was there a faint edge? Out. Caught.
Well, this is a fantastic wicket. Kept the runs down. Really didn't get settled. Looked to be in trouble, sadly, for most of the knock.
Coming to the wicket, they'll be looking to play within the V early and expand as they get settled. Times it nicely.
Well, that was a really solid shot. Read the length early to get onto the front foot, and that raced away for 4.
It can be very disheartening seeing good deliveries smacked around. Sometimes you just got to accept it and move on.
Catch it!
Got that away nicely.
Good precision with the throw, back from the deep.
End of the over. 12 runs coming from it. India are 12 for 1. A big opportunity. They've worked hard in recent weeks. They should have the confidence to build an innings and get big runs on the board.
Yep.
Great shot through the gap.
That really wasn't a great delivery. Seen early, and it was dispatched with aplomb.
Don't need to do anything special. Line and length is the key. Straight to the fielder.
Hit that well off the back foot, but couldn't beat the field.
Yep. No!
Not a great delivery, got it full, and lucky not to be hit to the boundary.
That's right off the meat of the bat.
That's just silly. The power on that shot is incredible. That's the sort of shot you want to see at a cricket match.
Always difficult to focus after what happened last ball, but you just got to stay positive and believe the wicket will come.
Yep.
There'll be runs here.
No!
There's trouble here.
Decide against the second, way too late. I think they'd have been well short if they had continued.
Middle that one, great timing.
Managed to get onto the front foot early and just incredible power to loft that one over the boundary.
Really playing all their shots that over, really expensive.
Yep.
Good batting, get an opportunity to score and take it.
Bowler.
A couple on offer here.
Yep.
Ease through the field. There'll be runs here. There'll be one run here for them.
Yep.
Doesn't beat the infield. There's a run here, surely.
They decided against the run. Not sure why, if I'm being honest. They would have made it comfortably. That was a tremendous delivery. Fizz through to the wicketkeeper. No more short balls this over.
Wait on. Yep.
Caught. What a position to set there. A brilliant catch.
Well, they lose at the second wicket. It's a long way back to the sheds, and you can tell they're not happy with that dismissal.
A new batter always likes to feel bat on ball early on as they bring a bit of energy to the crease. Misses everything.
Hazelwood with a superb delivery. Got them coming forward, looking to drive, but can't manage to catch the edge.
Yep.
Well timed, but there's a fielder out there.
Bowler.
That was a solid shot. Driven off the front foot. Fantastic cricket shot. Probably deserved more from it.
End of the over. India are 35 for 2. Great shot.
You can't fault that shot. Nicely played, and it was 4 runs all the way.
A little short on that occasion. Needs to adjust the length slightly to be just a little fuller. Too short on this pitch, and as we've seen already, it makes it very easy to score.
Good running. It needed to be as well. Probably closer than they expected.
Waiting.
Can't get that outside the ring field. Drives and misses everything.
A bit of frustration after that shot. Went after it, but just couldn't lay a bat on it.
Yep.
Timed that brilliantly.
Just perfection. A majestic shot. You just cannot hit it any better than that. Raced away to the boundary.
Just need to keep it simple. Line and length, around about off stump, and that'll force the mistake. Very sweet off the bat, and 4 all the way.
That went all the way up toward the grandstand for 4, driven away nicely.
The over comes to an end. Not many runs coming from it. Both sides need to inject some life into this game.
Yep.
They'll get at least 1. Finds the fielder with that shot.
Well, that would have been a very risky run. The right call was made in the end.
Waiting.
Got forward well and was able to drive the ball. A lovely shot and good running. Obviously didn't like the look of that one and just ignored it. No interest in that one from the batter. Hazelwood will be wanting to hone in on a better line and length to make them play next time.
That's an unbelievable shot into the crowd.
That was a big hit. Incredible power. Just incredible. Nothing wrong with the delivery, but it still goes for 6.
The last one helped the scoring rate, making their intentions clear.
Yep.
Great shot through the gap. Perfect timing.
Exquisitely down the front foot. A gorgeous looking drive. Could have been worth more.
A brilliant over for the batting side. Not so for the bowlers. Good piece of fielding to stop some runs.
They make it home, but there should never have been the chance of a run out in the first place.
Wow, that's missed the lot.
That's a wild one. Nothing elegant about that shot. Just not timing it at all. Poor play.
Oh my, that's racing away.
Straight through the line of the ball, right out of the middle of the bat.
Don't mind getting hit for runs. What's important is to focus on getting the next ball right. Beaten on the drive.
Stark with a superb delivery. Got them trying to drive, but messed everything up.
Great timing, right off the meat of the bat.
The runs are starting to come now. Really good shot for 6. This innings is starting to build.
Getting nicely settled at the crease now. Would have been really happy with that last shot.
Yep.
Nice shot, runs possible. End of the over, end of the restrictions. I'm sure there'll be some big fielding changes coming. Australia can now have 5 fielders outside the circle. Cummins, the pace bowler, coming into the attack.
Yep.
Great shot, at least one on offer.
Did well just to get it down towards third for some runs.
Wait. Yep. Bowler!
Massive chance.
That's wild. Nothing elegant about that shot. Just not timing it at all. It's poor play.
Yep.
Well placed. Should get a single.
Just a little bit wide. Well picked up. And let the ball do all the work, really, just to nudge it down towards third.
Yep.
Perfectly timed.
There was minimal follow-through, just great timing to punch it through the field for 4.
I'd like to see them aim for the top of off now. As a bowler, you've got to make them play on your terms.
Yep.
Collects that one, simple as you like, inside the ring.
Confusion written on the batters' faces. A mix-up that almost led to a run-out.
End of the over. 7 runs coming from it. India are 78 for 2. Zampa, the spinner, coming into the attack.
Yep.
They've picked the gap. Perfect timing.
Bowler!
Threw the hands at it. Somehow missed everything.
That spun a long, long way, and yet somehow it missed completely everything.
Yep.
Good shot. It's found the gap.
Bowler!
Tucked it nicely into the gap. Pick up a single, rotate the strike.
Waiting.
Couldn't get it through the field.
Sharma shakes their head. It was there to be hit, but couldn't make the most of it.
Yep. Yep.
Thick edge. There's a chance if this hits.
And that brings up the 50 partnership for these two.
That's the 50 partnership between these two, gaining some momentum nicely for the team.
That was a tremendous delivery. Fizzed through to the keeper. No more short balls this over.
Yep.
Quick onto that in the infield.
Hey!
So that's the third wicket down. Not a happy person walking off the field. There's a real feeling of disappointment.
Difficult period as they come to the wicket. They'll take plenty of time to set themselves up before facing their first ball.
Yep.
It mightn't get to the boundary, should at least get a couple.
Driven off the front foot. Fantastic cricket shot. Probably expected more there.
Yep. Go!
They make it back, but that was much closer than it needed to be.
Ready. Go!
This could be out.
Well, not a great delivery. Got it full. Lucky not to be hit to the boundary. A big swing and a miss. Completely deceived by the lack of pace on that delivery.
Yep.
Nice timing, good batting, won't get to the boundary.
Take the dead.
Nice and easy there to get off the mark.
An inexpensive over ends and a wicket coming from it.
Yep.
They'll push hard, should get back for two.
Bowler.
Poor fielding. Chose the wrong end entirely for what should have been a simple run out.
Yep.
Struck it nicely, could go to the boundary.
Good throw from the deep, on target.
Yep.
Nicked it. Comfortable single if they take it.
Just threw the shot too early.
Time to keep the pressure on now. Great last ball to find the edge. It's just a case of finding the same spot.
Yep.
Gone! Excellent catch, close to the bat.
Another one gone. The fourth wicket is in the bag. A bit of trouble if there was another to fall quickly. We've seen some very good bowling.
New batter comes to the crease. Never an easy time to come in after the fall of a wicket.
Yep.
Well, the communication's not great between these two. There's a lot of hesitation in their calls. On that occasion, looking for a second. In the end, a good decision not to go through with it.
Yep.
Well, that was another good over. You can see the frustration growing on the batters.
Yep. Yep. Bowler. Yep.
Straight to the fielder. Chance! Really good shot there. Great shot through the gap.
Follow that.
A bit of shape on the ball as they let it go through. Tailed just a little at the end as it went through to the keeper. You can understand why on that line they thought it was safe to let it straight through to the keeper. Nice running between the wickets, clipping the pads, not the bat though.
End of the over, and again it's a good one for the bowling side, not letting batters build any momentum.
Yep.
Very quick out there, managing to stop it and preventing 4 runs.
Got forward and was able to drive the ball. Lovely shot and good running.
Ease through the field. There'll be runs here. There'll be 1 run here for them.
Yep.
There'll be runs here.
Decided against the second way too late. I think they would have been well short if they'd continued on. There was no need to run for that. Gets onto the back foot and powers that away for 4 runs.
They shouldn't get too discouraged with that last ball. The first step as a bowler is to get the batter playing, which they've managed. If they can find the right spot, the reward will eventually come.
Punched out of the middle of the bat with great timing. It's raced to the boundary.
That last ball isn't something you'd want to see a repeat of. You don't want to be giving easy runs away. Well timed, but there's a fielder out there.
That was a solid shot. Driven off the front foot. Fantastic cricket shot. Probably deserved more from it.
Really playing all their shots that over. Really expensive. Going with pace now.
Yep.
Great shot, but it's not going to beat the fielder. Doesn't beat the infield. A couple on offer here.
Yep.
Timed it nicely. They'll look for a couple, you'd think.
Quick ball. Yep.
Great shot.
Good return, back from the deep. Decisive running might have got them to. Looking back at it, I'd say they'd have made it easily. So in the end, poor running.
Yep.
Good return there, back from the deep.
Needs a direct hit.
Good running. It needed to be as well. Probably closer than they expected.
Yep.
Misses out there on the short and wide one.
End of the over. 7 off it. India are 124 for 4. Stoinis coming on, obviously hoping the pace will cause some trouble.
Yep.
They'll get at least 1. Super catch.
An innings that promised much and really, in the end, delivered very little. Pretty disappointing all round.
Lots of pressure coming into bat. Will have to wait, though, to face their first ball.
Just pivoted onto the back foot, so easily done to knock it behind square.
Yep.
Good batting, get an opportunity to score and take it.
Immediately underway with some runners.
Yep.
Into the gap, nice shot.
Bowler.
A brilliant throw-in from the deep caps off what was a fabulous piece of fielding. Got forward well and was able to drive the ball. A lovely shot and good running.
Yep. Yep.
Great shot through the gap, perfect timing.
Keeper.
Good running, just finding the gap, and that allows for rotation of the strike and keeps the pressure on the bowlers.
7 runs added there. India are 131 for 5.
Yep.
Chance to run 2.
Got forward and was able to drive the ball. Lovely shot and good running.
Yep.
Caught, gone.
They have the wicket they wanted. A huge blow. Singh gone for not many.
With the fall of that wicket, the new batter comes out to the crease. They're quick to take guard and face up.
Yep. No.
Finds the fielder with that shot.
Turning down runs that are that safe isn't intelligent play in my book. They should be rotating the strike.
Yep.
There was trouble for a moment, but these two are quick enough to avoid the run out in the end.
Picks the gap perfectly.
Quick ball.
Easy does it. First ball and gets some runs.
Yep.
Nice shot, runs possible.
Yeah, bowler.
Marsh doing really well to keep the pressure on these two. Another good over of bowling.
Yep.
They'd look for a couple here.
Keeper.
Exquisitely done on the front foot. A gorgeous looking drive. Could have been worth more.
Yep.
Great shot. At least one on offer.
Keeper.
Well, there was a split second to decide which end to throw to. In the end, it was a poor choice.
Yep.
Well placed. Should get a single.
Keeper.
Misses everything.
That's wild. Nothing elegant about that shot. Just not timing it at all. It's poor play.
Yep. Bowler.
I, for one, reckon that second run was on, but clearly the batters knew better.
They've picked the gap. Perfect timing.
Got their head right in line with the ball. A beautiful strike there, down the ground.
Stoinis ends what has been a tidy over. Just needed to top it off with a wicket. Good shot. He's found the gap.
Bowler, bowler. Yep. Yes, keeper, keeper.
Tucked it nicely into the gap. Pick up a single, rotate the strike.
Drives and misses everything.
A good piece of bowling there. A little bit of pace off the delivery, and the batter is all at sea.
Beaten on the drive.
A bit of frustration after that shot. Went after it, but just couldn't lay a bat on it.
Yep, yep. Yep.
Thought it got past them, but a fantastic dive to cut it off. End of the over. 5 runs coming from it. India are 153 for 6. Wow, that's missed the lot.
Well, that was the right shot to choose, but timed it badly. Couldn't get the drive away.
Yep.
That has gone very, very high. Might be safe.
Good running, just finding the gap, and that allows for rotation of the strike. Keep the pressure up on the bowlers. Well, that would have been a very risky run. The right call made in the end.
That's great fielding. That ball was flying.
Got forward and was able to drive the ball. Lovely shot, good running.
Yep. No.
Our mix-up there. They've been going so well out in the middle. The first sign of miscommunication.
Yep.
It mightn't get to the boundary, should at least get a couple.
Driven off the front foot. Fantastic cricket shot. Probably expected more there.
The over comes to an end. Not many runs coming from it. Both sides need to inject some life into this game. Hazelwood with the ball in hand again.
Power. Yep.
Nice timing, good batting, won't get to the boundary.
Power. Yep.
They'll push hard, should get back for two.
Yep.
I don't think there was any bat on that as they come through for the single.
Hazelwood has really kept the pressure on in this over. Just needs to maintain the momentum going forwards. Not a great delivery as it goes down to the boundary. That'll go into the books as extras. 5 runs needed in this final over. So tough to defend at this level.
Yep.
Couldn't get it through the field.
Did well just to get it down towards third for some runs.
Timed that brilliantly.
And that marks the end of the match. India have taken the victory. Thank you very much for joining us here for this match. Please take care and drive safely all the way home.
This could very easily have gone either way. Brilliant cricket from both sides, and it's a shame there had to be a loser.